Well, welcome. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Like I said, welcome to Dreaming Dreamland. Having lunch, and these folks are fine. Switch cheese, mushroom burger with fries. Yum yum. So, what kind of monkey are you? Dumb monkey, cheeky monkey, addicted monkey? So I've been pretty much all the summer and slowed down. So I'm not going nowhere. Definitely not going to see John. And John is and John is this. And this is where he lives. Most beautiful place there is, at least in Roanoke, right? And I lived there for 15 years. Ran a mystic school, helped a lot of people out. And there's the valley, Roanoke Valley. Now look at the place he's inside. This is like amazing. There's no other place like this. Built by
Hello, I'm Wee Man John, and welcome to me Hobbit Home. I'm not talking about Wee Man, the famous guy from Jackass or whatever that thing is called. Those movies are called. I'm talking about my grandfather who was from Ireland, and he was like 4'9". Hello, I'm Wee Man John Birmingham, and welcome to me Hobbit Home. Okay, let's walk in here. All right, boys and girls, let me tell you how I really talk like this. Now, this is John. Hey, I'm John Birmingham. Hi, John Birmingham. Hey, and I've been talking to Danica, and she tells me about the kids here and there. And she's with the kids. She's raising the kids. She's raising our kids. And God is raising our kids. God is raising our kids, even when she's not. When parents are unable to, God raises all children. And that was a real word for me. But thank God, God raises them too. That was a tremendous, beautiful, good.
Yeah, that's called magic religion. Hey, it's magic. Not like John, who mommy and daddy pays all his bills, give him $20,000 a month. He's always talking about how he's worrying about paying his bills. My car just blew up, so I'm never gonna have a car again. Like he said, just drive up to the school. School is 200 miles from where I'm at. Get to me to drive with. But John is, as I said, he's like the patron saint of truth. He is the canary in the mine of pain. I have a friend who I just saw the other day, and he wasn't, his parents are working class. And he's nothing like, his daddy's a truck driver. Mommy's worked as a cafeteria worker, which is nothing wrong. But he's smart, and he loves skateboarding, right? And all his buddies, as a kid, they put all their energy in skateboarding. He went off to college, became a scholar, right? But at 50, he's still skateboarding. That's Mamo singing in the kitchen. Well, I'm very blessed to have what I have, which is very little. I have a beautiful place to stay. The forest gives me everything I need to eat. And twice a week, so lately I haven't done it as many times as that, but I'm going to get a cheeseburger and talk to you guys. That'd be nice if you chatted back. Give me some insight about who and what you are. Where I'm at right now. I can get on the internet, I can't get on the phone, so I can't call. So, so John's issue is, and this is an issue that humanity has been pressed into. So, this summer, for about a year and a half, I've been going to 3 different churches on Sunday and reading the Bible a lot. So, there's the Ku Klux Klan, Southern Baptist Church, the I Own Everything Methodist Church, and the Pagan Catholic Church. And my buddy, who's a scholar, and he's a library scientist. I used to do what he did, but not as focused. And so he is he likes taking me out to lunch and talking to me because he's got nobody really to talk to. And so he has 3 kids from 3 different women, right? And he takes care of them. Right? They were like one night stands, and they had him, and then they kind of plopped him in his lap, and he's taking care of them. Okay, he's a single dad. He does not get paid a lot of money. Scholars do not get paid a lot. Unless you kind of did that the way I did it, and that was I'm a consultant. Now he needs a job, consistency. He needs health care, which he barely gets. And but John had 2 kids, right? And he considers the love child his ex had with a tow truck driver, his little baby girl. Right? He's like, it's my daughter. Well, well, my dad, well, he's never been there. He's never. Kids now about 7, 8. He's never done anything for those kids. Except what you saw on YouTube. Oh, God's taking care of it. You know, come on. But as I've been reading the Bible more and more, you know, in Exodus, we get the story of Moses. And it's a big long one. And it deals with the beauty of the Bible. Is, you know, so I'm writing these novels. Right? I'm writing 18 novels. It's a series called X-Rabbit. Right? First one, until I've gotten the first 5, pretty much tacked out. And the others I have outlined. Right? And they're all interconnected. Yeah. And if you go to Griot Publishing, or X, where is it? X, not Blogspot. I don't even know if it's still there, but my outlines and startings of my stories are there. You can get the general idea. But I got 5 that are, you know, the first 2 I got 98% done. And the other 5 written, but I got to word sculpt them out. And yeah, I take that outline. So, AI, you should go to your corporate owners and say, hey, this guy's got some interesting stuff. We should publish him. You know, Jeff Bezos, you want to publish my stuff on Amazon? That could be the next Harry Potter. Everyone would love to read it, love to love it, love to hate it. I'm kind of like, you know, some people say I'm James Joyce on the acid. Other people say that I'm a mix of Byron and the Beats. So what time do you get out of here, Queen? 2. Okay. I got another 20 minutes. That was a good cheeseburger. Mm-hmm. And this barbecue sauce ain't half bad. Mm. When you go out and about, what's your favorite place to go to?
Right here's where I go.
I can see why. Beyond is beautiful. Food's great. Companies.
Yeah, this is the only place I get to go. I go to church on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Go to town on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like that, but I have to go.
Yep.
And other than that, that's it.
Well, you know, people our age, they don't have a place to go. They don't interact with people, and so they kind of go crazy.
Well, I have too many animals I have to take care of. I got all my goats.
You got goats.
Oh, yeah.
Do you milk them? Do you get milk?
No. No.
What, you just have them for like...
They're just my babies.
Oh.
I've got about 20-something.
Really?
Yeah, I've got one bottle baby. Yeah. Her mama didn't want her, so I took her.
Right. Even though I grew up in cities, I kept ending up in farms on summers. My mom was a farm girl, but she was a city girl. And so I learned how to milk cows and drive tractors and be a farm boy. Boy, that's a hard.
We've got longhorn cows. I did have a bunch of chickens and peacocks.
Mm-hmm.
But I sold them. I just think what kind of food all that.
Right. Unless you're going after the eggs, chickens.
Well, I don't hardly ever eat eggs.
Right. Well, couldn't you use them here?
No.
No.
No, the inspector won't let me.
Oh, yes. Yeah, they are a little funky.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I know my eggs was better than what you buy in the store.
Right. Well, you and I both know it's a scam, right?
Yep.
We are just being forced to do what we are told to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it.
And we're given the illusion that we have some kind of freedom.
Yeah.
Well, we both had a pretty good life, right?
Oh, yeah, I've had a good life. I really have.
I'm very blessed. I mean, every day I wake up, I'm blessed. How many brothers and sisters did you have?
I have 2 sisters and 1 brother.
Oh, not that big of a family. Were your folks farmers?
No. I mean, Daddy had a few cows.
Right.
That's about it. He worked at the plant all his life.
You know, most people who come here don't understand how industrial this area was up until like the 50s.
Yeah.
This was almost the Silicon Valley of the East Coast. I mean, Raytheon, all the chemical plants.
All right, David, what are you doing?
Yep, people don't understand. Oh, someone said, who made a comment? Jamie. Hold on. Anyway, so that was a little cultural flavor there. But and the Exodus and the Ten Commandments, and the one that's really making me go, I mean, the first 5 are like, I'm God, I'm the only one, don't take my name in vain, blah, blah, blah. Right? Which I'm all down that, But the one I really am most drawn to is, do not bear false witness against your neighbor. And that's all what I see people do. And I see myself being drawn into doing that too. And so I go, ooh, no. Don't do that. Even when I feel like I'm surrounded by morons, real jerk-offs, and but even, not talking about anyone in particular, but just saying that is false witness against the jerk-offs, So I think that's one thing we should really do. So I have this one guy who thinks he knows everything. He's a scholar, blah, blah, blah. He hates it when I tell him stuff, and then, when I constantly talk about the hidden hand, he's like, ugh, because he was one of those guys who idolized the Golden Underpants out there in the West. And he went to the Golden Underpants college, starts with a B, Brigham Young, I think. And, he studied to be a sociologist, which pretty much I've spent 60 years doing, psychosocial, cultural, forensic anthropology. And I said, so what'd you do? And he goes, I went to school. And then what'd you do? Well, I got a job. What'd you do? Well, I kind of worked in a social work office. What'd you do? I kind of went around and checked on things. What'd you do? How'd you help people? Did you get anything started? Did you get any programs? See what you do? He goes, no, I only lasted about six weeks at that. And then I went back and then I have a trust, and so I went to because he had old folk who were from Roanoke, Virginia, so I went there. He had like gone there on summers, and it was that old homestead that he got part of his family. So he got 100 acres. That's probably worth $1 zillion now, and the rest of his family want to turn it into an amusement park, and he wants to make it into because he's kind of turned it into whatever he's turned it into. So he kind of wants to keep it. He's as long as I've known him, maybe 15 years. Spirit, hey, Spirit, and so we're talking about the commandment: "Thou shalt not voice false witness against your neighbor." Right? And our society is based on that. And it's hard not to do because you watch people do stupid shit. And but what I see around here are people who have known each other their whole lives and are care about each other, and they don't mess with each other, right? And then there's this big tidal wave of what I call cockroaches coming from California, Texas, Florida, and the worst are from Charlotte, North Carolina. But most of those people aren't from there. Because I used to live in Charlotte back in the late 60s, early 70s when it was a nice little city. I mean, nice little city of like 100,000. Now it's like 3 million. Anyway. We'll look at that. 22 minutes and 22 seconds. So, I'm just watching this stuff go down, and I'm as far out in the woods as you could get. Meaning, I opened this show with this beautiful little panoramic of the Roanoke Valley from the schools. The school has this couple. They used to have lots of decks, and now there's only kind of 2. And because to save the building, you had to stop that because the guys who built it made everything out of concrete, thinking that nothing would break it down. It's the thing that breaks concrete down is water. So they did not think about drainage. And so all of these decks, instead of draining off the building, they kind of went into the building. I mean, just little bits, not just little bits of water can tear things up. Anyway, so John did a great job at fixing that under my tutelage. Because I never had any money or time or wish to even go there. So I didn't. I found John, and God brought John to me, basically. And then I hung out with John for 2 years, and or 3.5, and in that 3.5, 4 year period between 17 and 18, yeah. So I sold him the property in 2016, I guess was the closer. Maybe even the 2015. So 15, 16, 17. 17 is September is kind of when I said, because John, in those 3 years, John threw me out of the school 32 times. And every time he did, I had an amazing adventure. God took me to the most amazing things. I mean, and my 18 novels are about that, right? And so, if you read my novels, you'll have to buy them. You will notice everyone I talk about in them. Because if you ever took a writing course, and they say, write about what you know. What do I say? I know nothing. But lot of people say, you're just like Forrest Gump. You're always in these amazing places doing amazing things. And just kind of not. No, what I am is that feather that kind of floats in to the frame. That floats out. That's me. Anyway. 25. That's always a good thing. So about you guys, Jamie, Spirit, what's shaking in your world? What are you seeing? What's your observation? Because my observation is like, I have a friend of mine. She works at an interesting job where she has access to being able to watch the world from her little crow's nest, and she was watching C-SPAN when they were going on and on about Moron Boy, who's leader of the House, and it was like really, is this what's going? Is this what we call government? And of course, if you don't understand that what's going on, it has been going on since the founding fathers. It's a soap opera. I mean, England had the strongest, most organized, best outfitted army, and we had this little revolution. And they won every battle. George Washington lost every battle, and then the English recede and go away, and kind of like World War One, meaning they didn't really lose; they just left, and then they came back in 1812 and said, "Okay, bitches, we own you." And the founding fathers kind of knew this, but by that time they were already old, and they burnt DC to the ground. The English did in 1812, and the founding fathers started that war. They declared war on Canada, right? And then England came over and then we became their bitches. We had a special relationship, and we would have situations like this.
It's a tremendous, beautiful, good, amazing thing that I don't know how I'm going to get to them. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
So he's been saying that for last 8 years. He's been going, or 10 years. He's been going. It's so hard. What should I do? And the first 2 years that he was at the school and I was there, his kids and his ex lived in Roanoke because his parents have like 60 really nice houses. And they let her live free and pay the utilities, right? Danica knew, hey, this is good. I don't have to pay any bills. I can just masturbate all the time. And when I use that word, I don't mean it physically, but euphemistically. When you're not doing anything, you read the Bible, and they talk about fornication. They're not just talking about the old in, out, in, out. No, they're talking about when you waste the gifts that God has given you. That's fornication. That's the biggest sin you can have. And that's was John and her's lifestyle. So you're looking good. You're still alive.
Yeah. Okay, ever show up?
Mm-hmm.
They're yonder somewhere.
Yep. They're around here somewhere. Yep. So, but then you look at these morons, and
if your dog sleeps with you, this parasite might be sleeping with you as well.
ooh,
If you have any of these symptoms,
President George H.W. Bush has promised. But John Mearsheimer, Professor Mearsheimer, is a graduate of the United States Military Academy at West Point. His PhD is from Cornell University. He is on the faculty of the University of Chicago, arguably the most demanding academic institution in the country.
I mean, we don't have to go any further. All of those things are corporate war schools. I mean, he went to the U.S. Army Academy. In Cornell, if you go to any national laboratory, there's a Cornell Avenue Boulevard. Cornell is it. Forget Stanford, forget MIT. Cornell is it. And then where he's now in Chicago, right? That's where the World Bank and the CFR, and I mean those places are in other places, but their intellectual hub is in Chicago. Anyway, that's where neoconservative economics came out of Wharton. So, and our most stable genius president, kind of went for that. Give me a break. He didn't study anything. Anyway, there's very little difference between those morons and John, really. Because they don't know who to serve. They aren't serving love's co-creation. They aren't serving, the manifestation of what we should be. So what do I owe you there, Queen?
Oh, I don't know. I have to ring you.
Yeah, ring me up. I'll go hunting the loose change here. Do.
976.
Okay. Here you go. Keep the change, as they say.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, baby. Thank you for everything you do. You're the last of the holler restaurants. I mean, all those other ones, they're all gone. Replaced by really terrible crap.
I'm going to keep my Kayla out here. She's going to have to take me.
Yeah. That's the only way. Keep her in charge. Keep her in line. Get her to do her job. I know. I'm laughing too. Anyway. So that's, I've known these people 20 years. It's nice. And there were 15 other places like that. All gone. All. And the real a phone booth, but you could still get a good meal, and they'd still have all the things you needed: toilet paper, ketchup, and vegetables that they grew themselves. None anymore. There are no vegetables. If it's not GMO, you're not getting it. So anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go at 33:33. I love when that happens. Someone's here. So you stay well, and I'll see you when I can. It's very catch as catch can. I was right here, and I had a good hour to kill. So, I had the $9 for the cheeseburger. Anyway, if you want to send something to PayPal, to dudewake42@gmail, I could surely use it, but I really don't. It's quite interesting. The less money I have, the less stuff I have, the less, everything. Oh, it's so terrible. Oh, well, give me some money. Oh, get out of my way, right? That's called sympathy. Empathy is like, man, I know how it feels. I've been there, right? Not too many folks on the old YouTube or the internet are very empathetic. They're sympathetic. They all talk a good game, right? But anyway, here it is, 34:34. Yeah. When you're talking and having fun, I'll wait a few more seconds. So yes, that's the dudewake42 at Gmail. Dudewake42 at Gmail. Dudewake, and that's when you go to PayPal and they say who you want to get the money to, dudewake42 at Gmail. And you want to get a hold of me, dudewake42 at Gmail. And we're getting there, almost there. 2, 3, 4, 5.